This 15-minute routine is ideal for anybody who has tight hips or tight hip flexors. So if you sit a lot or you've got tightness in your hips or around the lower back, then this routine is ideal for you. It's going to loosen things up, and by the end of it, you're going to be able to move around a bit more comfortably. So let's start in a seated position. Whenever you're ready, let's go. All right, let's scooch toward the front of the mat, making sure we've got some room behind us to be able to roll back to supine. So feet down, let's sit nice and tall, shoulders back and down, arms out in front. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. When we exhale through the mouth, draw your tummy button in and lean back nice and slowly. We come down into supine for a full body stretch. So really stretch through your arms and legs, flex your ankles, so you're stretching your calves. And now place your arms by your sides, palms down, and feet on the floor. Okay, so knees and feet hip width apart. Just relax your shoulders and your hips. Get yourself relatively comfortable. And then we're going to start to unlock these tight hips. All right, before we do, let's engage that core. Draw your navel gently in so you can feel you've tightened up your abdominals. And now bring your knees towards you. Just bring them together. So knees and feet together. Hands on the top of the knees. And we're going to be circling the knees in opposite directions. And when we do it, try and keep your pelvis completely still. So let's breathe in first. Exhale, push the knees forward, part them. Inhale to bring them round and back in. We're going to keep that going. So a couple of repetitions here, just circling the thighs around the hips. If you do feel that your pelvis is tipping forward, all you need to do is press your lower back gently down. Okay, right here. That's called imprinting. But we're going to go the other way with our circles. So when you're ready, out, forward, round and in. Exhale forward. Inhale in. Couple more. Lovely. Just stirring those thighs around the hips. Now give yourself a little hug. Draw the knees in. And then pop your feet down. Good. Let's widen out our arms. Palms facing up. Shoulders back and down. We're going to go for some knee rolls. So a nice little stretch for the hips, also the waist and around the lower back. Before we do it, again, let's tighten up those abdominal muscles. Just draw the tummy button toward the spine. And now you're very gently going to take your knees and allow them to just fall to the floor on your left. Hold it there for a second and make sure you can feel that lovely stretch around the waist and opening up the hip on the right. Now to come back to center, you use the strength of your core. And then over to the right we go. Feeling that lovely stretch. We come back to the middle and we're going to go one more to each side. Big breath in as you land the knees. Exhale, roll through center. Over to the right. Perfect. And we're coming back to the middle again. Bring the knees towards us. Give them a squeeze and just circle them around a couple of times in each direction just to massage the lower back again. Good. And now you can pop your feet down. Arms by your sides, palms down. Make sure the back of your upper arms are gently pressed down. Okay, so we're going to go into shoulder bridge and we need to make sure we're nicely anchored on the floor. All right, let's take a nice deep breath. Exhale, tuck your tailbone gently under, raise your hips and roll up to the shoulders. Inhale, roll down and add a little forward pelvic tilt at the end. Exhale up. Inhale down. We're going to stay up on the next one. Okay, so right here, making sure we've got the ribs nice and relaxed. You're just going to widen out your arms, take them away from your body a bit, but still make sure you're pressing the back of your upper arms gently down to help support you. Now we're going to take our left knee and just drop it out to the side. Okay, so keep the right knee still. Bring it back. We're going to go on to the other side now. So right knee out, left knee stays facing forward. Let's go a couple more times, just opening up at the hip. Exhale out, inhale in, and breathe. We're going to go one more on each side. Keep that tailbone tucked under and the ribs relaxed. And then from here, we'll roll back down, bring the knees back in and give them a squeeze. You can circle them again. If you like, just massage the lower back. Always keep it nice and relaxed. And then feet down. Okay, we're going to go on to one side, do a little bit of side lying. So just bring yourself onto one side. If you're mirroring me, I'm going to be on my right, so you'll be on your left. Just lengthen the bottom arm. Relax your head on it. Top hand in front of the chest, shoulder back and down. Make sure your legs are aligned with your body, and we need to also stack the hips. So to do that, you're just taking your top hip and tilting it toward the bottom of the mat. So what happens then is you have your top hip directly above the bottom one, and we're keeping the navel drawn in to just hold it all in place. Now bend your knees, bring them forward, but make sure your toes are more or less in line with your tailbone, and we're going to go into the clam. Okay, so all we do here is raise this top knee up on an out breath and bring it down as we breathe in. So exhale up, inhale down, point the toes so that the heels are apart when you do this. It gives you a nice lift of that knee, and again, we're really opening up the hip. You might feel it around the front of the thigh into the hip flexor, so there's a little bit of strengthening as well as some mobility. Now we're going to keep the knee lifted right here. Okay, so keep those toes pointed. And now you're going to bring this top knee down so it meets the bottom knee, but the toes are pointed up. Now swap again. So basically we're twisting from the hip, and we have internal and external hip rotation. So still strengthening, but lots of mobility. So loosening things up. Try not to drop your waist. Remember to breathe. And breathe. Okay, last couple. Might be feeling a bit hot around that top hip now. Last one. Okay, and now if you bring your knee down, lengthen the legs again, so have them back in line with the body, and keep your hips stacked. Point those toes. On your next exhale, you're going to slide the toes of the top foot along the inside of the bottom leg. Raise the leg up, flex the ankle, and bring the leg back down. So point, slide, and lift, and lower. Exhale, slide and lift. Inhale, lower. So nice little stretch of the inner thigh and toward the back of the leg. And when you slide the toes of the top foot, just make sure your knee is pointed up toward the ceiling. Okay, we're going to relax that. Do the other side. So just bend your knees, come back up slowly. Take your feet to the other end of the mat, so you're still facing this way. And then we're going to come down onto the other side. Okay, so legs aligned with the body. Relax your head on your arm. If you prefer a cushion between your head and arm to keep you more comfy, you can do. Otherwise, top hand in front of the chest again, top shoulder, back and down, stack the hips, draw the navel in, and then we're going to bend the knees, bring the feet towards us. Okay, so toes more or less in line with your tailbone. Let's go for our clam. Nice deep breath. Exhale, top knee up. Inhale down. So you're just keeping your toes together, keeping the hips stacked and facing forward. Really opening out the hip. You'll feel a squeeze around the glutes and toward the hip at the top there. Good. Last couple. Let's go for some nice smooth movement. And then we're going to hold the knee here. Okay. Let's go for the twist. Knee down, toes up, toes down, knee up. So you can just keep the knee angled just as it is. You're just twisting at the hip. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Lovely. Keep it going if you can. Maintain neutral throughout the movements. Let's go for a couple more before we do our lovely toe slide, that nice stretchy exercise. So you can come down there, lengthen the legs back out, keep your hips stacked, toes pointed, take that lovely deep breath. And then exhale, slide the toes along the bottom leg, raise it up, flex your ankle to come down, and repeat. When you raise your top leg up, you can press the bottom leg down right there to help anchor you even better on your mat. Good. Smooth movement. So again, really opening up the hip as you slide the toes along the leg. Last one. And down. Okay, let's roll on to our fronts next. So into prone. And then from here, if you just interlace your fingers, pop your hands on the floor, forearms down, and you're just going to have the legs out behind you, about hip width apart at the knee. Okay, when you do this, you're going to have your forehead just attached to your hands. I'm just going to keep my head up so I can talk to you properly. But let's slide the shoulders back and down. lift the tummy button up so it's not on the floor, it's drawn more toward the spine. We're going to have a nice little stretch for the inner thighs. So we'll take the left knee, slide it around and towards your elbow. Try and press your left hip gently down. Don't force it, but it encourages the stretch around the inner thigh. Okay, keep your right leg lengthened with the toes pointed, but gently now bend the knee and bring your foot toward your bottom. Really feel that lovely stretch up near the hip. Okay, release the knee, flex your ankle, bring the heel back in, and now relax the leg. Perfect. We're going to do the other side. So bring that left leg back, right knee round to the side. Okay, don't force it, just go, bring it round as far as you can. But press gently down now with your pelvis. Try and get it sort of flatter toward the floor. Left leg lengthened, toes pointed, and we slowly bend the knee, bringing the foot towards us. Release, heel, in we come. Feel that lovely stretch around the front of the thigh, up toward the hip at the front. Okay, relax down, lengthen out the legs, hands under shoulders, and slowly come up. We're coming into all fours and we're just going to scooch toward the front of the mat. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees under hips. Let's find our neutral spine. Okay, so nice and lengthened, shoulders back and down. Align your head as well, so you're looking between your hands, elbows soft. Now we're going to do some more stretching for the inner thighs. We'll start with the left leg. Let's take it out to the side. Okay, don't force it, just do your best to take it out to the side. You'll feel a stretch already around the inner thigh. Now, when we do this exercise, do try and keep your spine nice and straight. We're going to gently rock back and forth. Start small, so don't force this at all. Just rock forward and backwards, keeping your spine nice and straight. Remember to keep the tummy muscles nice and tight as we go. You can increase your range of movement. Exhale back. Inhale forward, and if you can, make your way all the way back toward your heel, but again, just go within your own range of movement. Listen to your body. All right, last one here. Then we're going to come up, back to all fours. Take the left leg around. Okay, keep it extended, but have it in line with the hip. And then you're going to take your right foot and turn it in. Okay, so it's crossing the midline of the body. Carefully slide the left leg back. Crashed into the pot, which I thought I was going to do. Come down into a lovely pigeon pose. You can come onto your elbows, but feel that really nice stretch around the hip and into the glutes on the right. So really opening out the hip again. Okay, hands under shoulders, tuck the toes under at the back, and then come back up again. We're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to scooch a bit further forward so I don't crash into the pot again. But find all fours neutral, keep the navel drawn up, and then we're taking the right leg out to the side. Okay, so try and keep your body facing forward. Let's take a nice breath in. Let's exhale back. Inhale forward. Try and relax the right leg as best you can. Okay, so if you do that, you'll allow your muscles to relax, and you might find that you can go a little bit further every time you do a repetition. But remember, listen to your body. Never force it. Okay, you're just going within your own range of movement. Last couple, and then our last one. So we'll come back to all fours, but we'll take the right leg back. Okay, so it's back in line with the hip. Now we're taking the left foot, turning it in. We're going to slide back and lower the pelvis, coming into our pigeon pose. Just come onto your elbows. Relax into that lovely stretch. So feeling it around the hip and the glute. Perfect. All right, let's tuck the toes under at the back. Hands underneath shoulders, carefully back into all fours, and then to kneeling. And if you just face forward, giving your shoulders a gentle roll. Well done. I hope your hips are feeling a bit looser now. And if you enjoyed this routine, please remember to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel for more Pilates workouts. Thanks again for moving with me today. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.